What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer. I'm out here early in the morning. The Hubsan brushless X4. And it's around 8 o'clock in the morning, but I'm out here to test it, see how this thing performs. Actually have to do the calibration. So I'm spinning it around now for the calibration. So now it's calibrated. Let's actually get the light solid. Okay, the lights are solid. You see we got what appears to be orange in the back and purple up front. So I think that the color of the light indicates what mode you're in. I'm in altitude hold mode. GPS mode turns it green. So I'm going to stay in altitude mode for now. I have 4 satellites on the quad, 5 now actually, and 8 on the transmitter. So I'm going to wait for the quad to get at least 6 before I actually take off with it. Before, when I was flying it, it was toilet bowling a lot in GPS mode, but I think that was because I didn't recalibrate it after updating the firmware. So now we have the firmware updated, and we have I have just calibrated it, the compass. So now we have 9 satellites on the quad, 11 on the transmitter, so we're going to take off. We're in altitude hold mode right now. And the lights look awesome for night flying. I can see the lights right now. They're very visible. Even in this light here. It's a little windy out here, but so far no problems controlling it. It isn't trying to fly away on me. Now let's see, I'm going to put it in GPS hold and see what happens. Okay, it's in GPS hold and it's drifting towards me. Let me check the transmitter. The transmitter says GPS hold, and it's still not holding in GPS mode. I'm coming out of GPS mode. It's toilet bowling really bad. So I guess this thing does need that other firmware update. I hear there's another update out. I didn't do that update yet. It's 1.2.6, I believe it is. This right here is 1.2.5. It's a lot of wind out here, but still, when I first got it, before updating, this thing was fighting wind and all. It's still holding its position in GPS mode. Now it does none of that. Let me land it for a second. At least it's not trying to fly away on me. I appreciate that much. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have 11 satellites on a quad and 12 on a transmitter. I'm going to put it in GPS hold mode again. It's in GPS hold. Let's see if it holds. It seems to be doing a little better, but it's not really holding this height that well. I'm going to lift it up a little higher. It seems to be doing a little better. Up, it's starting the toilet bowl. So nope, GPS hold isn't that good on this firmware version. And now I'm thinking to myself, all this I went through just to have these lights stay solid when I'm flying it. I would say it was really not worth it for me to update it. But what can I say now? I'm in it. I'm gonna try the 1.2.6 firmware version and see what that does. Hopefully the GPS hold is fixed on that one. I'm happy that Hubsan did recognize that they did need another firmware update for it. Still happy to be able to fly it this way here without it trying to fly away on me. Man, this wind is pretty strong too. Just having a little fun flying it right now. Man, this wind is killer out here. Let me land it. With the GPS not working so well, I'm afraid to try to return to home feature. Wait a minute now. I'm going to shut it down. Okay, now I was thinking that my transmitter's battery had died, but now I'm starting to think that there's a problem with this firmware, because you can see I had fresh batteries in here and my screen to my transmitter switched off again. So I don't know what this is about. This must be part of the firmware update, because it never did this to me before. And thinking about it, when your batteries to your transmitter start to die, it definitely should not turn the screen off and just flash the LED here, the power indicator light there. So a lot of problems with this firmware update. I'm really not happy. Hubsan, I hope you guys fixed it with this update firmware 1.2.6. As for now, it's not worth it. I would say if you got this quad and it's flying nice, when I got this quad it was flying almost perfectly. The only thing was this having the LEDs stay solidly lit so you can do night flying, and I went for the update on the firmware because of that, and now I'm thinking it's just not worth it. So if you have this quad and it's flying nice, don't do any updates to it. That's my advice to anybody who has this quad or have it on the way. Just leave it the way it is. I guess we're gonna have to see what's going on with that 1.2.6. That's the Hubsan brushless X4 FPV firmware update. Thanks for watching.